Okay, good morning, everybody. Just wanted to pop in today to do a quick tutorial on curving lettering to conform to whatever shape or neckline. Particular today, we're doing the neckline of a garment and creating lettering that kind of follows that curve. And it doesn't matter exactly what level of design shop you are working with. A little bit of introductory. Good morning and welcome to Colorful Threads Embroidery and today's tutorial. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and give me a subscribe if you haven't already so that you can get notified anytime I post any more little tutorials. With all of that done, let's get started with today's tutorial and curving some lettering to match a neckline and or any shape really you're wanting to line up to. Um, like I kind of said, to get started, you can do this with your lettering. It doesn't matter exactly what level of software you have. You at least need to have Design Shop so that you can create lines and fills and columns and things. So that the top three levels you would be able to use, that would be the Design Shop itself and the Pro and Pro Plus if you're using anything older than version 10. If you're in the version 11 software, that's going to be your Design Shop, Editor, and Professional. Yeah. So let's get started. So the first thing I like to do is set my shape that I want to follow with my lettering on the screen. So I'm going to draw that line. And you can draw that line with just a simple walking stitch if that's what you have. So in the screen, I have a little flyout menu that has different options, more than just a walking stitch. There's also in my level, because I am using professional, a vector line tool in the middle so that I can draw a vector line on my screen. Whoa, where did my zoom go? There we go. And let's see, I just want to do a nice, let's see, I'm working on gray, so let me pick a green. And it keeps like zooming when I do that. Interesting. All right, let me start drawing. So my neckline, I kind of pulled a picture in and that didn't blow up very well, but my neckline is basically here. So I'm going to come down from it about 2 inches and do a left click. I'll pop in a right click and then another left click to follow that neckline. And then I'm just going to hit enter, and this gives me the shape I'm trying to follow to get my curve. And you can make this curve, this shape, whatever you need. All right, that way I have a line to go by on the screen. Now, if you just have some lettering and you're just doing something quick with the keyboard, you could type in your name and let's just do let's do my name just because. Once you punch your name in, right, you can go to right click to the properties of your name, and there is a custom line type. So right now it's straight, meaning all my letters are straight. If I go to this custom line type, I can click apply and OK. And now I have triangles. I can put in a curve point in there and curve that. So I could make this line follow the line I have on the screen just by kind of moving the parts around, rearranging all the little Beziers, put my curve where it needs to be. Let me change that color to a poppy yellow. I can you know, and then I've got my name, but you know, you can always change the size, you can move the letters, they're a little crowded, so maybe I want to bring my letters, oops, stay right there, bring my letters down so I have some space and definition between the L and the I. There you go, that looks good. E and T. And so this would be the quickest and easiest method to getting your name or a phrase or, you know, just whatever you want curved to follow a neckline or some kind of contour in the garment that you're working with. Okay, that's great. However, what if you bought a font? And you can go out and buy fonts and download them all day long from all kinds of places. Embroidery Library has tons of them, and then you get into individuals, and they're making these fonts that are awesome and cute and have swirls and hearts and specialty things in them. And those fonts, you have to bring in one letter at a time in order to form your word. So let's do that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete out this yellow lettering that I have, make that go away. I'm going to keep my vector line that shows the contour that I need those letters to go on, because now it's going to become very critical to have this line. If you do not have professional, we'll delete this vector line. And all you have is the ability to using walking stitches, columns, and fills. You can take a walking stitch and create that contour line to follow with a left click, a right click, and then a left click so that you have a representation on the screen. We'll make it a light green so it shows, so that I have a line to follow. Right? So we have our contour line. It's made out of a walking stitch. Later when we're done, we'll just delete that out of the design. So that's when I said it doesn't matter what level software you're using. Okay, so we got a contour line now. Now let's bring in some letters. And so what I'm going to do is you want to use the insert file button for this. Because I have a project created, I have a graphic in there, I have some stitches, I want to bring those letters into the current project. And that's going to be the insert file, which is going to be this little icon in the corner, or file insert, same icon will get you there. Let's see if I go to my drive. I got my drive, and in my drive, I have, you know, tons of fonts. So we're gonna just pick a cute one. Um, Alphabet, elegant, curly. Sure, why not? And just to make it easy, I'm gonna pick these. All have our different sizes. Yeah. Let's pick one a little bit. Yeah, I should have had it figured out. I know. Here we go. Here's A. Here's one. So here's an A. And we're going to do, just to make it easy, I'll do apple. P, open. I get my P, and I'm just going to kind of move them onto the screen. P, open. Here's my next P, and an L. And insert E. Apple. So we got Apple. Somebody's name is Apple. That's fine. So what you got now is I have all these pieces on the side, and each one of these represents a letter. I've got my A, P, P, and then my L is this one, and then the E is here. All right, so I'm going to be selecting things using my tree on the side so that it grabs all of these little pieces and parts. So I'm going to start with my A, and then I'm going to grab my zoom tool, and I'm going to geographically zoom in on my curved line. Bring my A up. Now, right now my boxes around my A are little black solid boxes. If I left click on the lettering or whatever shape it is again, it gives me clear boxes. And those clear boxes, you see how if I go in the corner, it gives me a rotation so that I can turn that letter. And I'm going to bring it to my line, and I want the A to ride on that line. So I'm just going to rotate it and move it around until it's, there we go. That's a little bit lined up with my line. Then I'm going to grab my P, bring it up and do the same thing. Left click to get my clear boxes, and I'm going to rotate that letter. And then I'm going to put it in place till I'm happy with where it matches up to my A. Grab my next P, bring that one up, left click to make my boxes clear, rotate that letter until it's following my line, and we've got all these flowers and things to look at. I want those to kind of nest in together. That one's a little too low. There we go. Grab my L. And this will really work with any of those lettering fonts that you bought or downloaded from websites. They're so pretty, and there's so many of them out there. And we all want to use all the pretty stuff that we get. So just kind of nesting that L. And then my last letter is my E. Get those clear boxes, get that piece rotated. This one's pretty angled, a little too far. Back a little bit more. There we go. And now I'm looking at those plants. There we go. And the letters are kind of overlapping. There we go. So that gives me my curve to my letters. And now that I'm seeing it, maybe this L or the P can come down. I mean, it's at this point, it's all about finding what is aesthetically pleasing to you, depending on the font you're using and the letters that are available. But this will let you curve any of those specialty fonts following that line that you're wanting to curve, whether it's a smiley face or whether it's, whatever shape you're wanting to do. And at this point, I would actually save this. So I'll just do a file save as because you don't want to lose all of that hard work. We're going to call it Apple Curved Neck Line. I am very good at making sure that all of my files are, everything's written in there. I just want to know what it is. So this is my Apple Curved Neckline design, and now I know without having to click on it and open and all of that what it is. So from here, once you get all of that done, you can do a center your design. I like centering everything so that then it's, there's my whole picture. We'll bring that into here. So now it's centered. From here, you're just going to do your print. And you're going to print out that template, that piece of paper, so that you can then place it on the shirt exactly where you want to stitch it. Hoop it and get it on the machine. You're going to use the laser alignment to get it all lined up and sewn. I will try to put a link to that laser alignment video so that you can see the next step. So I hope that this helps you create some more fun and unique things. Have a fabulous and wonderful day. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Talk to you later. Bye.